Hello, friend. We are going to chat about the formatting energies. This is something you usually don't learn for a while in human design. But as soon as I understood it and was able to see it in practice, it really helped me solidify grounding this information into my cellular structure. So I thought, why not just share it with you now so that you can start your process earlier than I did. The 9-centered structure that we are living in at this moment. And that foundation is really comprehending your type, your strategy, your authority, and then being able to witness how the 9 centers operate in this world. And it isn't about the mind at all. This is really a physical interaction with other people, with the universe, with the energy field, with the information field, and comprehending it that way. We've got to be able to apply it, and that application then allows for the life to really unfold. Again, knowledge is not power. It is the application of the knowledge that allows for the power to be expressed into the world. So let's do this. Let's start with this. The formatting energies move from the root center and they move up to the solar or sacral center. So we have the root, which is the drive and stamina, and we move up to the sacral center, which is our energy resource. Formatting energies allow us to then be able to see exactly how different aspects of our world play out, different aspects of ourselves, different aspects of our interaction with other people. Now, whether you have one of these channels, 2 of these channels, maybe you have all 3 of these channels, could be possible. Maybe you just have a gate, maybe you have absolutely nothing here. We're not going to get into the nitty-gritties of all of that. I just want you to see it. And if you don't have it in your body graph, you're going to be gaining lots of wisdom about this. If you do have one of these channels in your body graph, you're definitely going to see how your life has this particular format to it. And if you just have a trait or a gate down here, you're going to also be able to witness how you attract in that information, that formatting into your life. Okay, so let's start here with the 5342. The 5342, this is collective, this particular circuitry, it's collective abstract, meaning it is the experiential way that human beings experience life. We experience things. And that experience operates in a cycle. So we start something new in the 53. We work our way through, and then we come to a maturation or a growth or a self-actualization in the 42nd gate. Now, this maturation process feels like it is very cyclical. There seems to be cycles in the life. Okay, and those cycles really are, we're starting something new. Is it right for us? Is it not right for us? And then we walk through. Now, in order for the natural closure of any cycle, whether you have this channel, whether you have a gate, whether you don't have it, doesn't matter. The natural closing of all cycles can only happen if we enter in to that cycle through the correctness of our decision making, not through the mind. And this is where we find a lot of blockages, where we don't complete things because we fall off in the middle and we never come to that natural closure. And the reason that happens is because the initial interest or movement or engagement with that cycle happened through a conditioned mind and not through the strategy and authority. Now, I have this in my body graph. I can see cycles in my life when I look back. Holy man, some of them are really short, some of them are long, some of them are so profound, and I have such wisdom about it, it's amazing. What this cycle does is it operates and pushes energy. It formats the abstract collective circuitry, okay? And that abstract collective circuitry, you don't see it down here, but 41 up to 30, 36 over to 35. Then it also formats 29, 46, 13, 33, 56, 11, 47, 64. That, all of that, those channels, all of those gates, all of that energy there operates in a cycle. All of it does, okay? This is a formatting energy. That's why I said it doesn't really matter if you have any of these, because most likely you have something within that circuitry, most likely. Not going to say for sure because I don't know everybody's body graph, but most likely you do. And that particular gate or channel within that energy field operates in a cycle. It enters in, it gets kind of nervous, it's going through a new cycle or something new, it's starting something new, it gets nervous, doesn't know if it should, and then all of a sudden if it does go through and it comes to an end, that's why that happened, and then we can write history. This whole energy field down here, this whole maturation, cyclical energy, the concern that it has, how do I experience something and then document it? Make it a part of history so that generations from now, they can learn from this. That's what it's all about. It wants to write history books. Cyclical energy. So here is the caveat. Always, 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 always enter into every new experience through strategy and authority. You might be brand new to this. You might be old hat at it. Strategy and authority, don't complicate it. The mind wants to jump in and put all kinds of blockages up. It wants to put all kinds of stories. It has an agenda. It doesn't want you to listen to your inner guidance. And once the mind, that conditioned mind, once the switch flips and we're trusting strategy and authority, what you'll notice is that the healthy psychology becomes your ally. And once that healthy psychology becomes your ally, life looks totally different. So, understand that the human experiential way operates in a cycle. Now let's go over here. We're going to talk about the collective abstract way. 52.9. This is the channel of concentration. It is concentrating on an energy. There's this focus of energy, okay? This focused energy. Where do I focus my energy? That's what this channel is concerned about. But what it's mainly concerned about is, how do I logically move into the future? The collective logic is very much concerned about, how do I get to the future? It will theorize, it will create formulas, it will create some kind of plan to get to the future. It will focus in, concentrate in on a strategic way to move into the future, to come to progress, to identify with something and lead us into the future, okay? That's the whole focus of this channel of concentration. And this formatting runs through, you can't see it, but runs through the 58 of the root, 18, 48, 16, okay? And then it also runs through the 52.9 runs through 5, 15, 7, 31, 62, 17, and then 4, 63, okay? That whole logical side of the body graph is fully concerned about moving us into the future. How can we take a theory and prove it? How can we practice? Practice makes perfect. How do we perfect our movement into the future? How do we survive? And how do we do this? How can we do this? So there's theories, theories, theories. That's what science always does. Science continuously does all of the theory. And then you have the people that come along and do the experience, and they're like, didn't work out that way. So it's fun to watch how both sides of this body graph are completely, there's a full dichotomy happening here. Okay, now what runs down through the middle is what we call individual. The individual energy operates in a pulse. Okay, it operates in a pulse. It's on, off, 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 on. On, off, 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 on. Do you get it? It's more offs than it is on. The pulsating energy that happens through here, this is the channel of mutation that goes from the 60 up to the 3. That mutative energy. We are in a mutative bioform. You're losing more cells right now as I speak than you can even comprehend. The cells are falling off and there's cells being regenerated continuously. It's a process that, thank goodness, it's all happening for us, and we don't have to be consciously creating that, because that would take up all of our time. So it's actually just happening for us, which is absolutely beautiful. It's perfect. So this mutative energy that runs in a pulse, anything in the body graph that's individual. So 38, 28, 55, or sorry, 39, 55, 22, 12, 57, 20, 34, 10, 57, 34, 57, 10, 10, 20, the 14 and the 2, the 1 and the 8, the 23, 43, 24, 61. All of that is individual circuitry. All of it, whether you have a gate, whether you have a channel, it's always operating in a pulse. And what's happening is that all of this energy here is transcending us. If we let it. But its main concern is transcendence. It wants us to transcend. We are in these meat suits. We are spiritual beings in a human meat suit. Now, how can we be self-reflected consciousness inside of this meat suit? It's about letting the meat suit make the decisions and navigate on this plane. And you just learned that in this play shop. So if you have any of these, understand the formatting that happens throughout the body graph. If you don't have any of them, it's okay. Any of your circuitry within either the collective abstract, the collective logic, or the individual will hold those different frequencies. So again, cyclical, pulsating, and concentrated. Now this does not include one of the circuitries, and that is tribal. Do you notice? The tribe is not a part of this formatting energy, not at all. And I think I forgot to mention in the individual, the 5125. I believe I forgot to mention that. I apologize for that. But the tribe isn't in this because the tribe isn't concerned about transcendence at all. It's just the collectives and the individuals that are concerned about that. So if you have any of the gates, if you have any channels that reside within those fields, I want you to grasp that that's how it operates. It's either going to be cyclical, pulsating, or it's going to be concentrated. And I will throw in this little caveat. This is where depression happens. Because if there isn't something new, if there isn't something new to step into for mutation, if there's not a new mutation happening, if there isn't a new experience to grab onto, and if there isn't anything to focus in on, the mind, the conditioned mind, gets so down bored and wants to throw you into depression. Oh, you're not worth it, blah, 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 all the stories and agenda that it has, which is, it's all incorrect. It's all incorrect. Things can only take place in the correct timing. That's what human design is teaching us. That the correct timing is absolutely everything for all of it, for all of it. So I hope you can appreciate the power that is held within this body graph. I am so grateful that you stopped by and you're here. You and I get to connect. So grateful. All right. I will talk to you again. Take care.